Hey y'all, and welcome to PolitiBrawl. My name is Brian, and Josh Hawley gives perhaps the best defense of Trump's record of anyone that I can think of in recent memory. This is a fantastic defense, and now, let's go.
Josh Hawley, we need Josh badly. Josh, thank you. In fact, Josh, do me a favor, come up here just for a second. Just shake my hand. This guy is a special man. Come here, Josh. Come here.
Well, it's an incredible honor to be here today. Thanks to all of you for your service and what you mean to this country. But how about the leadership of President Donald Trump? What do you think? You know, when I think about President Trump, there's one word that comes to mind. That word is courage. Do you agree? How many people over the years have said that they'll do this or they'll do that, but there's one guy who had the guts to actually fulfill his promises, the guts to move our embassy to Jerusalem, the guts to actually stand up against our enemies overseas, the guts to put conservatives on the Supreme Court of the United States, and that's Donald Trump. You know, the president always says we're at a turning point moment as a country. It's a critical time for our country, and he's providing the leadership that this country needs as we lead the world into this new century. And now I tell you what, I think he needs reinforcements in Washington, D.C. Do you agree with that? So let's do this. Let's show our appreciation again for President Trump and the leadership that he is giving to this country, and let's redouble our efforts and recommit ourselves to standing together, working hard, and making America great again.
Wow. Goodbye, folks. That was great. What a great young man.
Simple, short, to the point, but full of just nutrients. Josh Hawley is one of my favorite senators. Senator Kennedy, Senator Cruz, and Josh Hawley. I love them because they're not just legal scholars. These guys can get up before a court and probably make a fantastic case for whatever is being brought before them. But more importantly, they understand the Constitution in a way that sort of just transcends things. And then they're able to talk in a way and communicate in a way that makes those ideas easy to understand. The only other people that I think have done this on the same level are guys like Anthony Scalia, may he rest in peace, and ironically Thomas Sowell. Once you understand where those two guys are coming from, conservatism sort of just comes together. And that actually wants to lead me on a little bit of a rabbit trail, if you'll humor me. We don't do a good job of sort of supporting other Republicans. There used to be two extra commandments, the 11th and 12th commandments. Both, I believe, were coined by William F. Buckley. One is you never speak ill of a fellow Republican, and two is you elect the most conservative candidate that can win. Hey y'all, I wanted to give a quick shout out to our new sponsors, Native Path. Created by Dr. Chad out of Austin, Texas, he realized that there was something deeply wrong in this medical community. And instead of focusing on nutrition, they were just focused on serving Big Pharma. So he left and created this new company called Native Path. And what do they do over there? They sell something called collagen. Now, what is collagen? Well, it's not magic fairy dust. It's not this muscle milk. It's not calcium rich. Instead, it is an odorless, flavorless, dissolves completely in water powder that you can mix. And unlike iocane powder, this stuff has massive health benefits. It can help your bones, your joints, your ligaments, your skin, your hair follicles, even your fingernails. This stuff is absolutely packed with the nutrients that we lose so constantly in our modern diet. This stuff is a fantastic supplement, can help you live a healthier life. And if you go to this link down here below, you will find up to 45% off of certain products. That is how much Native Path cares about your health. So go check them out, link in the description below. And now, back to regularly scheduled programming. My granddaddy and also may he rest in peace, was a huge political influence on my life. And he had the point of really honing it in on that sort of 12th commandment, because he understood very importantly of the amount of strength of the evangelical voter, but he also understood that evangelical votes alone cannot give you a victory. It can prevent a victory, but you can't win without them. And so that's why Trump is wanting to go out here and talk up people like Hawley. Hawley is an evangelical voter. He is also a constitutional scholar. But Hawley has been doing something very interesting recently. And he's done something that's caused a bit of controversy amongst the Republican ranks. And I don't blame them for being a little bit miffed about this, but it's a very interesting point. And again, I'm about to bring this all full circle. Democrats, if you look at their coalition, it's basically a giant circle. It's a giant pizza pie, and it's split horizontally between white voters and minority voters. And the white voters share the same slice of pizza with the minority voters, and that's their blue-collar worker. And the Democrats are hemorrhaging these voters because these are the voters that are directly harmed by policies like the Inflation Reduction Act, which just pushed us over the cliff. And so Josh Hawley has realized that there's a problem here. And it's a chance for Republicans to score more voters and gain more into the big tent. And so he's gone out there and actually written legislation. It never passed, unfortunately, but written legislation and showed support for people that work in unions in Missouri. And that's why Republicans talk so much about illegal immigration, because illegal immigration can hurt those kinds of jobs more than any other out there. And these union voters, these blue-collar voters, deep down understand that. And so Josh Hawley is, again, he's trying something different, and conservatives tend to not like unions because they drive up the value of labor, which drives up the cost, which hurts the consumer. But reaching out to these voters is a smart tactic, and I'm glad Josh Hawley is doing this. But just as importantly, Josh Hawley is defending a fantastic record. We have 3 conservative-leaning, or really reality-based, Supreme Court justices, thanks to the work between Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell. We had a fantastic economy, the Paul Ryan tax cuts, which Donald Trump championed and passed, and then the economic opportunity zones all worked. These are basic policies that Republicans and Trump have been talking about for so long. We finally had a chance to implement them, and they worked. It took a random, out-of-the-blue disaster that no one saw coming and no one could prevent. No one on the planet Earth was able to prevent this disease from reaching our shores. There were some ways we could have done better, but we weren't equipped with anything at the time to handle it. And it took a random, almost act of God to take down the Trump economy. That's how good things were when Trump was in charge. So we need to re-understand the spirit of the 11th and the 12th commandments, so to speak. Thou shalt not speak ill of any fellow Republican, and thou shalt not, you should elect the most conservative candidate that can win. These 2 principles can re-guide the Republican Party and help reshape America. We are in desperate need of unity. We are in desperate need of basically making America great again. Our country and our people deserve the kind of policies that we had under Donald Trump. Josh Hawley understands it. That's why he's supporting him, and he's even going out of his way to get former Democrat voters to start considering Republicans. These are all good things, and we should be championing this. Folks, my name is Brian. Hope you enjoyed this segment here on PolitiBrawl. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one. And until then, y'all have a good one.